Do you enjoy the idea of taking your favorite characters from comic books, anime, games, manga, and bringing them together, joining them in harmony to create something beautiful and interesting in a gaming situation? Well, if you do, then you've come to the right place, my friend. Welcome to The Cross Zone. Hello out there, all you wonderful people, and welcome to episode number 7 of The Cross Zone. Nintendo Cross Capcom. I have been wanting to talk about this for so long. It's just like ridiculous. I mean, I did do a video, more or less. It was, again, just me talking, but this one has imagery, at least. But yeah, this idea has kind of evolved a little bit, so I thought it was worth doing a Cross on episode 4. So the gameplay style is going to be that of the Power Stone franchise, and the Power Stones and their mechanics would be in this game. They would be used in this game. Obviously, the two companies, Nintendo and Capcom. Like, how come this is not being done? That's a better question. How come something like this isn't being done, or hasn't been done, or at least hasn't been shown to us that it is being done? That's my question. But moving on, there will be 25 characters from each company in the game. So at least 50 playable characters that we know of. Okay, let me stop getting ahead of myself. I would say the game is going to have 52 characters, 25 known from Nintendo and Capcom, and then at least one unknown character from Capcom and Nintendo, like some character that they just came up with specifically for this game that they can take with them to other franchises, or they could simply be specifically for a franchise of Nintendo Cross Capcom games, which actually wouldn't be very bad. It wouldn't be a bad idea. But stop. I'm just going to shut up now. The characters for the Nintendo roster that I have picked, and you're going to see a lot of common characters here that are used in a lot of Nintendo's media. Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Link, Zelda, Ganondorf, Samus Aran, Kirby, Pikachu, and Pikachu Libre, because they are Pokken Tournament shows that they are completely different in play style. So yes, Pikachu Libre, Princess Peach, Princess Daisy, who I don't think actually gets much representation out of the party in sports games. So, yeah, put her in something else. Bowser or King Koopa, depending on your localization. Marth, though I think in Japan he's called Mars, but okay, whatever. Lindis, Pit, Captain Falcon, Shulk, Palutena, Rosalina, Linkle, and the granddaddy of them all, Tingle. yeah, Tingle. Seriously, Tingle would be a good character for this. And I know somebody's going to say, well, I don't want to play with Tingle. Well, I don't give a damn if you don't want to play with Tingle. He's going to be there. I'm stupid. Alright, we're moving on to the Capcom side of things. Ryu, Ken, Dan, otherwise known as the Pink Punching Bag, Maximo, Arthur, Captain Commando, Mega Man from the Classic series, Zero from the X series, Roll from the Battle Network series, Tron from the Legends series, Chun-Li, Cammy White, M. Bison or Vega, again depending on your localization, Firebrand, otherwise known as Red Armor, Falcon or Edward Falcon. I know for some reason in Power Stone on Dreamcast, the end is cut off of his name. He was called Falco or something. I think they made a mistake because I know Lundo was supposed to be a representation of London in Power Stone, but whatever. It probably was just a mistake. And somebody was like Falco Falcon, Lundo, one of these isn't right. Let's cut the end off of Falcon. But his name is Edward Falcon, and I went on a long spiel on this one character. I need to shut up. Rouge, Wang Tang, Strider Hiryu, Frank West, Morgan, Felicia. I don't know why I read it that way. Something's wrong with me today. BB Hood, Laura Matsuda. She's very popular for a character that not very many people have gotten the chance to play with. Sean Matsuda, her very unpopular younger brother. And Pyron. When people, I know this is going to be a side note from what I'm actually talking about, but people, if you've played Street Fighter 3 and you think Sean is like Dan, you have not played Street Fighter right. That's all I got to say. Alright. Now, as for the 2 new characters, I can't really, like I said, I can't really think of anything. And I think that would be something that would probably be better left up to Nintendo and Capcom to decide themselves what they would want their new character to be designed like. But I mean, that's not my choice. Now there would be a simple 4-button setup, and the game would be multi-directional, again just like Power Stone, having multi-tiered levels with differing hazards and traps. Okay, the 4 buttons, the buttons for play would simply be punch, kick, grab or block, and jump. Now, I know people will probably like, Andre, why did you do this? You know, why did you do this? And I'm almost certain that Ms. T and J, I'm sorry, I can't help your addiction, buddies. I can't help you get over your addiction. Because with this game, you would know would come Amiibo. Sorry. Had a little bit of cough I'm trying to get rid of. But yes, definitely Amiibo. The Amiibo characters would be used in this game similar to that as Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U and 3DS. So you can use them to fight in the game as partners or as opponents. They can be trained up to level 50, and they'll learn how to battle based on how you play. So if you're one of those people that likes to pick up a box or something in Power Stone and jump and throw it at someone, they'll adjust for that gameplay. Or if you like to run and grab a sword and then try to shank somebody with it, they'll adjust for that gameplay. Or again, another example, you're like the type that anytime a Power Stone drops, you rush to it to make sure the other people can't get it. They'll adjust to that gameplay. See, I'm thinking. My mind is running. Okay, it's working. I don't know what the hell's up with me tonight. I'm just going. Well, it's not even night. It's early morning. I gotta shut up. I gotta finish doing this and stop running off on tangents. Damn it, Shep. What the hell, man? Being around, hanging with you online and addled my brain, man. Okay. This game would have unlockables and trophies to gain in-game in the same manner as Super Smash Brothers. And you'd earn points the more you play in order to unlock things like characters, character costumes, stages, theme songs, a level creator, the ability to create custom Mii characters, which would be one of the most expensive things to buy, and the ability to buy additional movesets for the Mii characters. And I know somebody's going to be like, well, why aren't the Mii characters a part of the Nintendo roster? Because Mii characters are taking place of a creative custom character thing, so they literally just be that. That's why. Literally, that's it. No other reason. Okay. Now, there would also be the ability to upload video of your matches to YouTube, though this would also come with an editor to allow you to make changes to your video and spruce it up a bit before sharing it with the rest of the world. It wouldn't be a very complicated editor. It'd be something pretty simple, but it wouldn't just be, you wouldn't just have to upload the raw video footage if you didn't want to. You could take it, play around with it a little bit, then upload it. And this can only be done for like exhibition type matches and online play respectively. And you have the option after these matches to save your replay, to be edited for upload. Now, the game modes would be as follows: arcade play. You'd have versus mode, which would be up to 4 players, people and amiibo. You have a practice option, and the foundry, which would be the custom level creator and editor. Event match, which would give you specialized situations to challenge you as a player. Pretty similar to what Smash Brothers does. Online mode would include the following: ranked match, free for all fun, which would be the non-ranked match mode, tournament mode, which would include 1 versus 1 and 2 versus 2, amiibo battle, which you would place your amiibo in online battles and online matches, and spectator mode, bet on the winner to earn points and rewards, obviously, and well, not and share mode, which would be unlocked after you purchase. You've used points to purchase the Foundry or the Mii characters, and friend battles. Yes, friend battles, which should be self-explanatory. A thing though, I want to say, for the tournament mode and ranked match, you would not be allowed to use Mii characters. I mean, maybe, you know what, maybe you should be allowed. What am I thinking? Yeah, you should be allowed. I mean, because it's not like it's going to change much. All the ways they work are within, I guess you could say, they're within the rules of the game, so it shouldn't really restrict them. And for tournament mode, you could use use an amiibo as a partner for 2 versus 2 matches if you didn't have like another person to play with. Which, I mean, that would work. That'd be nice. I mean, I've said this before though, and that I was thinking about this for a really long time, and I kind of just adjusted things once Amiibo came out, and I was like, wow, that adds possibilities. And having that type of stuff available for a game that's in the style of Power Stone, fucking awesome. You got a 3D world with like a bunch of different hazards all over the place and obstacles that can either do you really good and catch an opponent or completely crush your game when you've been on the roll and got all the Power Stones and get them knocked off of you. Well, not all of them, because if you got all of them, then you transform. Because 3 Power Stones gives you a transformation. So I need to. Oh no, I think I would give the ability to activate Power Stones at will. I think that was something that you could do in Power Stone 2. I don't remember. I haven't played it in a while, but I think you could do that in Power Stone 2, where you could manually activate the Power Stones. I don't remember it being that way in the first one. I think you automatically transformed once you got them in the first game. But I think in the second one, you could manually activate them after you got a certain amount. I don't remember. I'll have to play it, so whatever. Combat, again, would be simple, but it'd be challenging because, you know, people are variable. We don't stay exactly the same all the time. And hopefully it would always be fun, but you know, there are party poopers out there, and I can't really say much for them, but whatever. I know I'd enjoy it. Poop them if they don't. I don't care. There's also, like I said, going back to the unlockables and having to earn points to buy things that are in the game. I know this probably wouldn't be everybody's preferred method, but I kind of miss the days where you actually had to play a game and earn the stuff that you wanted in the game. Plus, having to purchase the unlockables lets you unlock things in an order that you want to unlock them. But from the onset of this game, you would only have 20 available characters, and you know both Ryu and Mario have to be a part of that lineup. Everybody else can be flipped around a little bit, but you know Ryu and Mario have to be a part of that lineup because somebody's going to want to play with them out the gate. It may be like Luigi and Ken. I don't know. I'll figure it all out. But this means that there are 30 other characters that would have to be unlocked. And guess how? You have to earn them. Yeah. No, not all of them would be purchased characters. There are only like 10 of them would be characters you'd have to buy with points. The other characters you basically unlock by playing the game. So with the 20 available characters, you'd unlock more. You'd unlock other characters by playing through the arcade mode with the ones that are already available. So to put it and to throw a little bit of a twist on it, with every Nintendo character you beat the game with, you'd unlock a Capcom character, and vice versa. Rather than, oh, I beat it with a Nintendo character, so I'm going to get a Nintendo character. No, do it the other way. Change it every once in a while. It's okay. It won't kill anything. Yeah. I was bouncing all around over there. Now, dealing with the controls, like I said before, it'd be kind of like an 8-way directional game, and if you've played Power Stone, you'll understand exactly what I mean. You can run in 8 different directions. And the button layout is rather simple in a 3D arena setup. You got punch, kick, grab, block, and jump. And you press the punch to punch, obviously kick to kick, and jump to jump. Now, grab and block button has 2 different uses. Obviously, grab and block. When you're near an object or a weapon, that button can be used to pick that item up. When you're not holding some sort of weapon, this button can be used to block striking attacks, which will be punches and kicks, but only those that are in front of your character. You can't block attacks from behind or directly above you, and you can't really block attacks from, depending on the angle of your side. So, basically, watch out for Mario's butt flops, or the proper term, ground pound. But let's be real here, he's really jumping in the air and flattening you with his ass. It's okay. That's how he does things. The Goombas had to suffer it, so some Capcom characters will too. Alright, but the grab block button can also be used to discard unwanted objects, freeing your hands again, which means you can't block when you have items in your hand. You really shouldn't need to block with items in your hand because you're using them. But you can use the weapon or object you're holding with the punch button. So if you grab like a potion, you can use punch to drink it and get your health back. Or you can use the kick button to throw things. So if you have a potion, you can literally throw it and it'll blow up on someone. Yeah. Regenerative and destructive. Oh man, I'm stupid. But someone who's quick enough and has good timing can use the grab block button to catch things that are thrown at them. So you have to be careful of who you're throwing stuff at and when, because if somebody's paying attention, they could easily just snatch it up out the air and use it themselves. Now, as with the Power Stone games, characters that have collected at least 3 Power Stones will be able to transform and become more dangerous for a short period of time, being capable of repeated special attacks and a super move. These characters will also get increased movement speed and be invulnerable to other normal characters. To transform characters can hurt each other, but only slightly. So if you're playing a team match, you better hope that the other team doesn't that both members of the other team don't transform on you at the same time. Because that would give you a big problem. You'd be screwed. I'm simple. I'm so simple. I almost said stemple. I'm sorry. I'm getting tongue-tied here. Also, I've already opened Pandora's box on this anyway, but think of all of the different amiibo characters that could be put out for this game. It would draw attention to it, and hell, the title itself would draw attention to whatever Nintendo put it on. But the amiibo characters themselves, the actual amiibo, are another thing that would be a huge draw. Like, take Capcom characters like Zero, Roll, Falcon, Wang Tang. His name is horrible. Ken, because Ken doesn't have an amiibo. Laura Mitsuda. people would buy that up. People would, in droves, buy her, Chun-Li, and Cammy. Without a doubt. I mean, obviously Nintendo is going to have, like, there's going to be some Smash characters that are represented. Some characters in this game that are already represented in Smash and other things by Nintendo. But obviously they'll probably do the specialized, customized amiibo for this type of game. This game, if it were a thing too. So I mean, there's money lying on the table if Capcom and Nintendo wanted to, do that. But that's up to them. It's not up to me. But yeah, there'd be a lot more amiibo hunting out there. And that aside, I think the only other thing I didn't really explain was why why Mii characters would have to be unlocked. But the short and simple of it is, I'd want them to be a reward you get for playing the game and not just a tool thrown at you. I mean, obviously, yes. I want people to make their own Mii characters and have and do their custom move sets for the Mii characters, because it would be awesome. And just about everybody could be different if you gave the Mii characters enough varying moves. But that's really dependent on who's playing. But for the most part, I'd really want to have people learn how to play with the other characters in order to be able to play with and use the Mii characters. I mean, they wouldn't have to utilize everyone, but they should play enough they should play enough in order to gain points to use the Mii characters. So they'd be playing with a bunch of different characters, especially if they wanted to unlock everyone. They'd play with a bunch of different characters. They wouldn't play with the same character all the time until they literally had the roster fully unlocked. Okay, and obviously I'd love to see this included, and that's the stage creator / editor, the Foundry. Think about something like how the Forge is done for Halo, in which you can make your levels from scratch or start with a base level that you can take parts and flip around a little bit. That's why I named it Foundry. Foundry isn't too different from Forge, but Foundry sounds a little better to me. I mean, that name wouldn't have to stick. It wouldn't have to be called the Foundry. It could be NVC World or whatever the hell they wanted to call it. I really don't care, as long as it would be there and be an option to be used. But that would be the cool thing to me. Plus, my buddy Jay does videos, Jay's Game Cafe, check his channel out. He can attest to my havoc creating skills with level designs for Super Smash Brothers. But seriously, I'd love to be able to put together like 3 and 4 tiered stages that have transitioning backgrounds and events that I could just place in them to make the battles more interesting and keep people on their toes, like you see in Power Stone 2. Like, I would love to have just like people on an airship fighting, and then the bottom of the airship lets out, and then you're like again in Power Stone 2, you're scrambling for items to safely fall and make your descent. Sorry about that. You're scrambling for items to safely fall while you're fighting each other in midair. And say you land on a snowy island. So random. But you land on a snowy island that has a cave. And someone breaks the door leading into the cave, and everyone's sucked into the cave, and then they're running from a gigantic golem monster that's trying to stomp them along the way until they make it out, and then they're in a city level in a construction site somehow. It doesn't have to make sense. But I mean, yeah, it would be cool like that. Like, and I know somebody's picturing everything I'm talking about. Like, this dude is crazy. But yeah, I am a little bit. I don't care. I'll admit it. But I would definitely like add more than 5 background variants to Smash. More than 5 background variants, as well as songs that you wouldn't hear in any of the packed-in stages. They could be remixed versions of songs from past Nintendo and Capcom games. They could even be original songs made specifically for this. But I would personally like to see that there was music that's not necessarily all over the game and other stages that people can hear and use for their own custom stages, because that'd be pretty nice. That'd be awesome to me. Another thing to think about, and I should have mentioned this before when I was talking about the amiibo, but that's using them online as partners, which is something you as of yet can't do in Smash. There might be an update for it, at least as far as I know. You can't do it, but then again, I haven't played Smash in a while, so I'll have to check. But I know for a fact you can't just like play it for right. I know you couldn't do it right out the beginning of the game, or when Amiibo were introduced. You couldn't do it. And then there's the option of having the Amiibo fights, which basically is just online Amiibo cockfights. And I know people would like that because people love to show off. And they like to show how much better their toys are than another person's. And this would definitely be a good way to do that. I mean, I know I'd have fun putting the Amiibo I've trained up against characters that other people have trained. It'd be fun to watch and see who wins, see who comes out on top, and see if the result is always the same when you play someone, the same person. I mean, I'm personally kind of interested, just wondering if there's like a specific algorithm, or if it would change and be different outcomes. So I mean, that's just a personal curiosity. Anything else I'm thinking of? Something else. Hold on one second. Gotta look at my notes over here. Oh yeah. I was kind of just going off without looking at what I wrote. Another good thing for this would be a mode that's sort of like Subspace Emissary is from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I don't know why that got so much flack from people. It was perfectly fine to me. It was interesting. I mean, I had fun with it. So, I mean, I would sit down and think up a story, but that would be something that would take quite a bit of time, and I think I've gone on pretty much long enough. So I feel like I'm going to wrap this up. Now, there are definitely quite a few more things I could really talk about and like fully flesh this idea out. But I don't want to hold you for more time than I really have. But just think about a few things, like for a game like this and how fun and creative it would be. You can see Mario smash a crate over Ryu's head. I mean, you can see that in Smash now, but this way you can see it in a 3D perspective. You can see Wang Tang, oh gosh, that name is so fucking funny, basically transform into like a fake Super Saiyan and hit Captain Falcon with a pseudo spirit bomb that he just conjures up out of nowhere. There's a lot of stuff to really think about that would make this really amazing and so great. But it would take Nintendo and Capcom to put this together, to be honest. I mean, I'm only a guy with an idea, and I can only really talk about it. Unless they gave me the keys to the kingdom and said, hey, we'll give you a couple teams. You sit there and tell them what you want, and they will put it together. If that happened, that'd be a dream fucking come true. But until then, if it doesn't, at least the thought's out there. People can think about it. But yeah, that's really it. Thank you guys very much for listening. I enjoyed musing and giving you my randomness. I know that the other Cross Zone episode, the Halloween one, was quite short, and this has got to be about double that now. So yeah, I really do enjoy doing this. It's fun, it's interesting, and I get to spout my ideas. all over the place, and I like doing that for you guys. So thank you very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more of my stuff, and until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out, people.